So once you have electronic catalog loaded into the system, let's go over the uses of that catalog. So under the help system currently, if we go into diagrams, methods of adding inventory from the electronic catalog, we've loaded data into the electronic catalog just in this previous example with the big green egg. We can go look up items in electronic catalog and add items to the inventory. If you scan a item that is not in inventory and you have say a UPC for a product, it will then be pulled from the electronic catalog and then added to inventory. The other method is you can automatically add items to inventory by simply creating a PO for the desired items for your inventory. Fourth is scanning those SKUs with the wireless device, and they will be automatically added to inventory. I'd like to concentrate on this PO right here. So let's go look at creating a purchase order within Transact. We go to PO, create PO. I'm going to choose Big Green Egg, select accept. I would probably choose order type, maybe a comment, etc. for that PO. Then we're going to go on into detail, and then we're going to enter into the item field the vendor's part number. Let me pull my screen up a little bit. So now we can see down into our spreadsheet down below, and I'm just going to go pull this down so we can bring in some items and we'll get a quick idea of what I'm talking about. So I'm going to enter in the system the third number here, the 117632. The expectation is when I hit enter, it's not going to find that item for the vendor Big Green Egg and will automatically add. So we press enter, and it does the automatic add, and the item is built right into the system. There are a couple of different ways of prompting within Transact, but what it's done at the moment is brought a single unit in for the order quantity to the right here. You could then say, I would like 5 of those, so it's *5, you have that item. Let's go pick another item. 117618 is added in. So those items entered in will automatically be added into the PO. If we select save here, then we open this back up, you'll then be able to go, for instance, later on, come back and modify the PO and create additional purchase orders and with additional lines as needed, but it certainly streamlines the process of adding items. If we go into IC reports and we go into item entry, left right there, for today, we will see those limited items that were added into the system today. So they're all big BGE items for today. That's the prefixes that are added into the inventory side. If you click on one of those, you open the screen, you will see under the lookup by, you'll see the vendor's part number and the UPC for that product. Now, the other thing that you can do, which I believe we missed doing when setting up the vendor, is we did not assign that vendor product to a particular department. If we go to IC vendors, let's look up Big Green Egg. And it does not have a default class. So you'd probably want to put that into a default class of some type. Let's go and clean this up. Let's go ahead and put in a class We're going to go to IC support files, class, and we're just going to create a BGE description. If we want to make that a subgroup, so it'll be a totally separate subgrouped listing in your sales by class report, is sometimes advantageous for hardware stores that want to discern a departmental item not from their primary vendor in a separate group, so they could see that. So you can do that. So in the future, as items are added in for that vendor, we would want to go in and allow that to automatically assign the BGE for that particular product. So everything would be thrown into a particular class for those products that were appended. Now, the other one is what we can do is go fix, instead of go selecting every one of those and repairing or adding a class to it, we can go into maintenance, mass item changes, and we're going to look at inventory that begins with BGE. I'm going to apply that filter. So there's those 4 items we saw a little bit ago. We're going to go next, and then I'm going to assign the BGE class to that list of items. If I go BGE, the item ID began with that. I'm going to go back to the previous screen. Now move next. I'm going to assign the BGE class. Don't get confused with where we are on the screen, but it is the class of BGE will be assigned to this. We're going to preview this. When we preview, that particular action being taken here will be shown in that class. So when we present this, it'll then show on the preview what will it look like. If that's not what you want, you would back up and correct it and then reprocess. So we can go ahead and save here, save again. Now if we go back into IC, inventory file, BGE, and then enter, we'll see that we do have the class of BGE assigned. If we want to go look at all BGE items, you can right-click on this forward and back button at the bottom, and you can assign a class, or if I check this button, it'll take whatever's here and throw in that. I may do exact just for fun. Now if I move back and forth to the very top, everything that's presented is now only the BGE class in the system. It's not tracking the BGE here, it's the filter that we placed on the class. So that gives you some idea of how that catalog usage and importing and mass item changes all come to play, so that when you come in to make a sale, you can go look up a BGE product. This is my common listing that I have, and I can go and pick the large big green egg and have it sell at the appropriate price. Thank you.